Alright, this time I'm going to get it right. This time I'm actually going to get in recording. This is the second day in a row I've tried this. Both the previous two times have been a complete wash. But here I am, and hopefully I can do something. So let's take off and get started for this. So yesterday was fun. I was basically just playing the game with the recording on and thinking that, okay, fine, no problem, I got something in there. The fuel was actually, not the fuel, the footage was actually pretty cool too, because like I was put near a couple of binary stars twice, very close to an orbiting B-class pair. Like, so much it actually scared me, like it put me pretty much almost right in the middle of it. I freaked out, and naturally the video was corrupted because I tried to save to my external. But I guess the game froze or glitched or something like that, and it was lost. So I did a second time where I actually had a pretty good, game. I found some interesting planets, some interesting terraformable planets and all that. But when I went to go back and review the footage, it turns out that the microphone was muted, which means I sat there for about 20 minutes talking to myself like a complete idiot. So here we are now. Hopefully now I've rectified that little error, and I'm just figuring out where to go. I'm tempted to go for G-class stars, because I know that statistically speaking, N-class stars are the ones that actually have a lot of yada yada, some life-giving potential. So, and these little blue markings here are Earth-class planets that I've found and named. They're mine. Go away. Oh, there are a lot more little nebulas around here than I remember. There's also, I don't remember if I could see it. There was a little nebula around here. During the beta for some of this game, maybe that's it there. Is it? Yeah, I can't remember. It's been so long since I played this particular sort of thing. This is probably a pulsar here. No, it's a black hole, but it's also a very well-known one. It probably looks like a star on the map, so I'm not going to go to it. That's what I figured out. Don't head towards any of the bright dots on the galaxy, because more often than not, someone's already got there. And I know it's tempting to put your name on that sort of thing, but this late in the game, someone's probably done them all at this point. So I'll just fly around looking for the hidden jewels. So, heading to a G-class system.
2, 1, engage.
I think it's only a single star system, so... But I'm prepared for anything, ready to hammer the X button. Just in case. Well, I'm gonna hit the S button anyway because, well, it's just... you always slow down when you're coming out of warp, right? So 12 objects right off the bat. That was pretty close orbiting. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's one right there. With an atmosphere. I can't land on it, sadly.
Fuel scooping complete.
It's probably a high metal content world. It probably could potentially be like a... the entire planet was boiled away if it's so close to its star that it's just nothing but the core left. So it's probably a metal-rich planet. And I'm right. Yeah, something this close would probably be the remains of a planet's core. I gotta give it to Elite to sort of provide a very, very interesting setting. I mean, with a lot of attention to science. So let's see, how old is this star? 2 billion years old. So it's about half as young as our star. I'm wondering, this could be a class 2 Jovian. If it is, I've made a bit of money here. Class 2s, for whatever reason, tend to be much more valuable than any other class of gas giant. And it has an interesting set of planets around it. These are all just little stops. Eventually I want to head straight into the core. Everyone's got to make the pilgrimage to Sagittarius A star. Be interesting, but I'm terrified as black holes as it is. I know I willingly go to them sometimes. There's got to be an easier way for us to locate them. Because they did it for pulsars, where... well, neutron stars. A pulsar is a type of neutron star. For neutron stars, where they have the jets that come straight out of the star's body, and then they have white dwarfs, which, as you know, white dwarfs also have jets, just a little bit, not quite as much, but they still have jets that come out of their body. But they have nothing for black holes yet. Now, granted, a lot of them could potentially just be free-floating black holes that are just out there in the universe, and if they are, that's actually accurate. You wouldn't know you're on top of them until you are. which is just absolutely freaky. There's nothing scarier to me than a black hole. Especially if you just come up right next to one, you don't even know it's there. Ah, class 2, awesome. Let me take a look at the moon system first. Sometimes I like to land on interesting moons, the moons that are pretty close to their parent body. Because I like it when the gas giant is just very, very large in the sky. That one's got an atmosphere. They're close, but not incredibly close. So I think that was most of the interesting planets in this whole system. How about we head somewhere else? See, that wasn't a bad survey right there. Let's see. K class star, right next door. I've really actually started playing again very recently because people have made discoveries regarding the generation ships, and if you aren't a fan of science fiction or you aren't a fan of Elite at all, what a generation ship is essentially a type of starship, and it is a starship, that operates at subluminal velocities, which means it reaches its target by going slower than the speed of light. Which means, well, if you like that, you would say, "Wow, that's going to take a long time, wouldn't it?" And that you'd be absolutely correct. It would take an incredibly long time. Would take hundreds, if not thousands, of years, depending on how fast you're going. Now, in the Elite lore, which I didn't actually grow up with, but I learned a lot about through secondhand sources. The first wave of colonization in the Elite universe, the Frontier universe, I don't know what it's called really, Frontier or Elite. In this particular universe made by Frontier, the earliest wave of colonization was 2070. And from there, these aren't going to be very interesting. I don't think so. Too close. They're too close. But as I was saying, the earliest point of colonization in this universe was 2070, where a whole lot of generation ships, I believe the number was like somewhere around 70,000, were sent out to colonize nearby stars at sublight speeds. And a lot of these colonies just were lost. People actually found one in the game and checked it out. It's actually, you can visibly see it's a very, very old thing. It's way older than anything that you have. And I thought was really cool is that they have this little pan on the front. What that is it's a shield to, if you're going at speeds like that, you need to protect yourself against micrometeorites or even particles themselves. So it's a gigantic shield that's placed in front of the ship. Because I assume by that time they didn't invent any shields to push aside interstellar debris. And it's even driven by chemical rockets, which are pretty cool. Or maybe it's like the Orion program, where it uses nukes to propel itself. But there's no shield, so I guess it's not the case. In any case, it's really, really eerie looking at it, because this one was completely derelict. I'm not going to tell you any more about that, but this was derelict. It was one of those lost colony ships where apparently there were no survivors. And there's a pretty chilling audio logs that are associated with it. Really, really scary to hear what happened to that crew in particular. And maybe it's just the voice acting, maybe that's just the director's choice in how to present that entire thing, but it was very, very well done. And according to Elite lore, it's actually illegal to interfere with those colony ships for whatever reason. Like, you could just say, like, hey, we kind of did all right without you. Maybe it would have depressed all the passengers knowing that they were sent out for like a fruitless endeavor. Like, hey, we did way better than you ever could have. Sorry about that. Sorry. Would you like a ride home? Oh, I'm coming in way too fast. Heads up. I did it. I did it anyway. I did it. Slow down, you fool. Slow down. Thank you. Alright, let's loop around. If that's a class 1, I selected these things because I thought they were class 2s. Seven light seconds. That's a pretty small gas giant then. Either that or that's a pretty massive. No, 7 light seconds is usually around the range where. Yeah, it's usually around the range where I'd be able to scan them. So this is a pretty small gas giant. This is smaller than Neptune. Well, it's smaller than Jupiter for sure. And this system is so close. I'd probably be able to. How big would something like this look in the sky? I can't land on it though, because I think it has an atmosphere. No, I can't land on it. But I love it when they're fairly close to their parent bodies. Yeah, it is pretty Jovian, isn't it? I'm here. Why not I check it out? So, let's see. Only 37 Earth masses. Yeah. Yeah, that's I'll do it right there. And it even gives radius for the rings and stuff like that. So there's 2 different types of rings. That's really cool. Really, really cool. Rocky and icy. Interesting. All right. Next system. I figure I'll do like a couple. Well, we had somewhere interesting. How about one of these blue stars? Let's head to a multi-star system. Starting to get freaked out by these particular sort of stars. Because again, I don't know how close a lot of these binaries orbit, or trinaries in this case.
Frameshift drive charging.
If this is the one that kills me, I'll be upset. At least I got it on camera. Bye-bye, mediocre star system. I'll see you never.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, so far orbiting. Where are the stars at? If I can make them out already. Oh yeah, they must be orbiting pretty far away if I didn't pick them up already. Okay, 32 new objects, and that doesn't mean that this system's a wash entirely. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, it's a wash. Alright. It's useless. There's nothing here. I am not going that far. It's 4 times the radius of Earth, and 4 times as massive as Earth, which means the gravity is probably 4G. Alright, next. I didn't want to go back. Ay, 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 come on. I'll get something cool on this. How about an F class? I really truly can't go anywhere I want.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, admittedly, there isn't a whole lot of content. Not yet, anyway. But at least I knew what I was getting into when I bought it. It's not like No Man's Sky. I thought that I was going to get way more than I bargained. Well, I mean, I knew it was going to be as it was going to turn out, but I had to check it out anyway.
2, 1. Engage.
People keep on bringing up Star Citizen, but for Star Citizen, if I'm going to spend money on that, I actually need to see content. You're showing me these things, and I haven't seen them yet. It's like they just announced a new thing for planetary bases. That's wonderful. When's that going to be in the base game?
Fuel scooping complete.
9 objects, 1 star. Okay, we getting a winner in this star system? No, we're not. I'll check it out anyway, though. I'm here. I also kind of like it when the planets orbit pretty close to the star, too. It's not very massive. I would have scanned it by now. It looks small on the screen. But it's a binary planet, and that's always interesting. Unless it's a moon, I don't remember exactly. No, I think that it's a planet and its moon. Or is it? So I can land on it, that's good. No. Let's land on it. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but maybe this is... So no, it is a moon of that particular planet. It's orbiting way closer than the moon does. Trying to remember the distance that Mercury orbits at. Probably as close as it does here, I think. Oh, that's probably pretty cool. Let's see what it's like. I do like the ability to land wherever I want, as long as it doesn't have an atmosphere.
Orbital flight engaged.
All right, let's go down. That looks. Let's see where's something interesting. Interesting landmarks. That mountain there, I like. Ah, hell. Let's just. Oh, look at that. Hey, let's check that out. Now I'm wondering, that planet just lit up. I wonder if that's because of the light from this particular planet reflecting over there. I think it might be, because it does look pretty bright here. You can actually get lost in this universe. At least wonder, like, the facts for why are things the way they are. Okay, almost 20% of the... I'm impressed. It's almost 20% of the gravity of Earth. Oh, there's the other one. Still 4 kilometers above the ground. So this would be a pretty big canyon. Wonder what caused it. I didn't see if there was volcanism or not, so perhaps it's tidal that's causing stuff like this. It's gonna be really great once we have atmospheres. Like, we have to go around with the winds buffeting us and stuff like that. We have to keep it steady. Do we have time to drive around? No, I don't. So maybe I'll just put down here. Wasn't a very interesting episode, but... Well, not like what happened with the binaries last time. That was completely unexpected. I had no idea what I was getting into. Half a kilometer above the ground, it really doesn't look that big when you're flying this fast, does it? I'm tempted to land right here. You know what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm going to land right here. Let's drive around for a few minutes. It's perfect place to do it. The landscape's actually pretty smooth. What, you don't like it here? Here you do. Right there, right there, right there. There it is. Put us right down. Put us right down. Put us right down. Come on, you like it here. You like it here. Come on. Oh, I don't believe this. You don't like it. Let's try here. Thank you. I don't know why that one wasn't any good, but yeah, we're fine here. All right. Well, while I'm here, let's check out the new me. The Hollow Me. Not new me, Hollow Me. It's pretty good facial technology here, especially since like the eventual goal is going to be that we're going to be able to walk around on the ground. I spent like a little time with it and tried to build myself to the best of my ability, and I think it did a pretty good job actually. It's good work. Good work, excellent work, and pretty in-depth. I mean, there's a lot of options, of course, but no doubt there's probably going to be a lot more as soon as we head out there, as soon as we get the Space Legs ability or the Space Legs pack. So I got a Scarab. Let's deploy it for a few minutes.
Drive assist on.
Let's go.
Low gravity warning.
What a beautiful sunny day. It's a good day to go out for a drive, and you can definitely tell it's an icy body. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Forgot which button to pitch down this thing was. Doesn't operate on mouse controls, which... I know. I can't play around with it too much. This is the only Scarab I've got. Oh, that's as strong as I can make him. Shadows are pretty sharp, too. And to be expected if there's actually no atmosphere. Every shadow would be sharp. There wouldn't be a... if there was atmosphere, it would cause a little bit of diffusion in shadows, which means that there would be like a slight sort of fuzziness to it as you went away from the umbra to the penumbra and then to the lit area. So the darkest part of the shadow to the not so dark part to a completely lit area. I don't know if this moon orbits around its planet, so it's highly possible this is the first time that something like this has actually gotten some light. It's funny to think about that way, I think. There you go, up the slope. It's only a 65-degree angle. This would make the Mako blush. I like to think the Scarab is the spiritual successor to the M35 Mako. Even has a gun. Okay, no, I thought we were almost at the top of the lip there, but still a ways to go. I'm just mountain climbing here. This makes it pretty interesting. It's also pretty interesting to note that despite the fact that I can see the system's second star, it actually isn't providing me any particular sort of light, possibly because, go on you fool, go on. What's going on? Can I just not get the grip? Yeah, the second system's sun isn't providing me with a whole lot of light. Oh, we're a lot steeper than 40 degrees, aren't we? Oh, no! Oh, no, that's a near steep face. I was lied to by the... Okay, another Mako driving trick. Just go at it at a slight angle. Slight incline. Zigzag, zigzag. Yeah, this is kind of disorienting, isn't it? It looks like it's a... It looks like it's driving straight ahead, doesn't it? No, 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 no. We're gonna drive this way. No! Not that back way, you fool! Not that way, not that way. Oh, let's keep on going up. I gotta remind myself I'm at a 90-degree angle, pretty much. Ah! So is this the way it's gonna end? Is this the way that this video is gonna end? Disappointment, trapped on the side of a mountain, staring down into the abyss. I hope not. I wonder if anybody's watching me. Like, what would this look like to them? It's like, wow, that guy looks like a dumbass. He's climbing a hill. Ah, a hill. This is a mountain. It's a freaking cliff face. Just keep a simple ascent. A simple ascent. That's all you gotta worry about. Just don't get greedy. Yes, go. Gain a little speed. Gain a little speed. Yes, good. Like all the energy I have is going into my engines. Oh, it's much simpler. I can go straight up now. There we go. Look at that. Wow, really cool. Really, really cool. So I can climb this no problem. So that was actually, well, probably much higher than a 45-degree slope. That was probably closer to 80 degrees. I think I'm reaching the crest of the hill soon. Crest of the mountain. That's a nice side trip, I think. Alright, should be smooth sailing from here. I wonder just how high this mountain is from the ground. I remember before I landed, I was about 500 meters above my landing area, but I've got to be several kilometers above it now. Going up at 16 meters a second. Up, here comes the sun. I made it. Oh, what a climb. No, 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 not back down, not back down, no. Handbrake, handbrake, handbrake. That's drive assist, was it? Yeah, so hold on a second. That's the lip of the crater where I was. Now, let's see, assuming that my average speed was somewhere around 10 meters a second, that's would have taken me about, yeah, that's 600 meters a minute, so that's about a kilometer every 2 minutes. Roughly. So I don't know why, like, I've got the assist on.
Drive assist off.
Okay, good. Okay, that's what I was doing. So I would have kept on going forward anyway. But that's that. Alright, so this is where I'm going to end it. I'm going to call my ship back. I'm going to board, and that'll be it. But let me get to a flat piece of ground first. Because this is pretty rocky. This is not going to be suitable for a landing zone. And I actually managed to get up here alive, which is doubly surprising. A fall like that would have really rattled my bones. Alright. Let's call her in.
Ship recall.
Here we go. I hope that doesn't mean I'm gonna go back in there. Let's while I'm here, I'm just gonna check out the system map really quickly. Just as I thought, it's tidally locked to its star. There she is. Alright. Let's board and get out of here. And I have no crew either. I didn't pick up any because I was still out here while those updates hit. So I'm all on my lonesome. So I got nobody to fly the ship aside from the computer. There we go. Awesome. Oh, please tell me you can land, right? You can land, right? Wait, I can board straight from there? No, no, no. No, don't call away ship. No! No! Come back! Where are you going? Ah, that sucks. Well, it comes back in a second, right? If I call it back, right? Dirty traitor ship.
Ship recalled.
That's right, you better come back. Come back here and kick your ass for abandoning me. Is it gonna land in the same spot too? It's gonna land right in the spot where it was before, won't it? Why would you come down here if it wasn't a suitable spot? Isn't the point of the ship recalling thing to find the best place to land? So it's gotta think about it. Can I land here? Can I? You know, if I had a human pilot, this wouldn't be a problem. You know what? I'm here. I have an idea for some sport. Ah! No! Oh, I slid right off. There's a slight slope here. Seems to be perfect for my purposes. Wonder if I can get enough speed I can get on top of my ship before it actually lands. I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards. Oh, not that way, not that way. That way's scary. Why haven't you landed yet? Why haven't you landed, you fool? Oh, no, no, no. I'm going off the hill. Off the hill. No. Why do we keep calling it a hill? It's a mountain, for God's sakes. Whoa, cleared it. Alright. Good, so myth confirmed, I can jump my own ship. Are you gonna take off or are you gonna go away, buddy? Come on, Hal, I need a lift here.
Handbrake is on.
Well, this is interesting. I'm on top of my own ship, but it hasn't landed yet. It's actually technically still in flight, so wow, this is really interesting. That's really interesting. But I guess this is where I'm gonna end it. Technically, I'm on my ship. So, yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.